Hey guys, and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today I want to talk about some of the events and things and shows and lots of stuff that we might expect between now and the end of July, and stuff that we know so far. So on Wednesday the 29th of June, we've got the RTV Austin DevOps team for the subscriber RTV special. So if you have questions and you're a subscriber, get involved. So these are the guys that got out dozens and dozens of PTU builds. They track all the important stats and data and kind of improve the whole dev patch player process. As I said, if you're a sub, it's worth getting involved. You might as well exercise your perks as a sub. Now, if you don't have sub, and you want to ask them a question, drop them in the comments below. I'll steal some of your comments and pretend that they're mine, like I'm an intelligent person and ask intelligent questions. We also got the ATV 100 episode, extravaganza on the 30th of June. So this actually might be pretty cool. I expect we're going to see a lot of new stuff, and they might even give us a few little super extra things. That's I think it's going to be one to definitely watch. Also, there's a sub feedback thread that's open, so if you're a subscriber again, they are asking subscribers for feedback and suggestions to improve ATV and some of the other shows. At the moment, they're trying to get more subscribers on board, but they also want to make sure all the subscribers are happy. And subscribers are the people that put a little bit of extra money in a month to fund shows like ATV, RTV, 10 for the and the behind the scenes stuff. What I would say is, I think it would be more beneficial for them to hear from non-subs and to see what they would want as perks to become subs, just as well. You want to hear from both sides. But if they're trying to get more people, I think that's more valuable data. So please comment in my video below, and I might, again, submit some of your ideas into that sub-thread on your behalf. The good ones, anyway. Still the good ones. Unmelt tokens. So this is a big thing for people that are crazy about ships like I am. The buyback token clock is going to be reset on July the 1st again. So for those of you that don't know, you can buy one pledge back with store credit every 3 months. You can buy as many pledges back with real money, though, at any time. And literally, there's a pledge buyback button that will allow you to buy any of your pledge that you've previously melted, as long as, and there are some restrictions, they're not promotional or they were super limited, like an Idris, that sort of thing. Every 3 months, this resets. So you basically have a maximum of one pledge buyback, or tokens aren't stored. It depends on how you look at it. It's kind of irrelevant. But it's hard reset. So every 3 months, it doesn't count from when you use your token. So this one's going to be the 1st of July. And then you'll have one pledge token on your account again. It doesn't matter if you've had one before or if you've used it. So it's worth using. Have a look through your old ships and see if there's anything there that you like. BritisonCon. So BritisonCon is a big Star Citizen meetup. It's its first time running on the 23rd of July in Manchester, and I'm helping run it. There's going to be quite a lot to do there. It's a big fan meetup, but there's also going to be a lot of devs there. That's why we chose the location in Manchester, in the United Kingdom. Brian Chambers is coming. We've got John Crew, Robbie Elms, Declan Troughton. I can't say his name. Simon Vickers. I'm so sorry. Those leather designers, I've just butchered your names. As well as lots of other special dev guests that we can't confirm or deny at the moment, because they don't know if they're going to make it, I'm assuming. But also, we're going to have a community content creator panel from the YouTubers, so there'll be me, Maya, lots of other random peoples as well. Also, we've got a cosplay competition and a short film competition, and there'll be much socialising, drinking at the bar, merriment. I'm sure we'll get a couple of other random prizes out just for people that attend. More people can buy me drinks as well. That's an exciting thing. But we're going to have some of the hardware and peripheral guys there as well, showing off some of their cool things. Hopefully some software peoples as well. I think we've got the HCS voice packs guy, that sort of stuff. So we're going to have lots of talking about Star Citizen, lots of socialising about Star Citizen. Should be hopefully quite a cool little thing. Link in the description for more about BritisonCon. I'm really excited about it because it's a Star Citizen meetup that I can go to because it's really proximate. So there are a couple of cool little interactive giveaways that I saw on the forums that I think might be quite fun to join in through July. There's the org mining robot war thing. So this is a couple of competitions actually that are quite arts and craftsy, but pretty simple. So there's a mining robot wars and there's a Drake dragonfly jousting, and it couldn't be more simple than literally painting up a dragonfly your own colour, or putting a mining bot, so the spider mining bot, branding that with your org and giving it a name. So you can submit either your org's mining bot painted in your org's colours, or a picture of your Drake Dragonfly painted in your own colours. 4 lucky people at the end of July will win some Dragonfly-based coolness. And I really like these kind of giveaways because they're quite social. Links in the description to join that. The Crew or the Crux Cup, I don't know how to say it because I don't know how the person that created it says it. So this is the second annual, I'm going to call it the Crux Cup because it's got an X in it, you know. The Crux Cup is a player-run racing event that anyone can join in. The link's in the description for the full rules and sign-ups. You do need to read them if you're going to join because there are some stipulations there. But basically, in July, there's going to be a series of actual in-game races in each of the 3 major classes. So there's an Aurora class, an M50 class, and a 300 series class. And you're not just competing for honour and bragging rights, but also a selection of pretty cool prizes, including a Crucible, a Constellation Phoenix, and a Constellation Andromeda. There's actually 12 prizes in total, and the top 4 in each class actually pay out to a prize. So there's a good chance of actually winning those. And if you're not very good at racing, maybe try your hand at the Aurora. But please check it out. Because it will be covered. It will be pretty cool. It's a player, in-game, semi-in-law event, and this is sort of the stuff that I love that we can do now while the game's in alpha. We can actually build some lore, build some great gameplay. So it's going to be streamed live at the time. More about that later. You're going to have to check out on the website, although I probably will be talking about it at some point, and I will try and do it myself as well as a spectator, or at least a video on it. Doing it live, though, does sound pretty cool. Other giveaways, obviously there's mine. Through June, you can win a Buccaneer just by commenting on any of my Star Citizen stuff. But also in July, there'll probably be Yellow Jacket, Dragonfly giveaways, as I'm quite poor at the moment. But we'll see what we can do. Patch 2.4.1. So the next patch that will be out should be 2.4.1. So this is going to address the various networking and FPS problems they've been having in 2.4. There's no precise ETA, but expect it pretty damn soon. After that, the next major patch will be 2.5. Hopefully, this should be in our hands in the not too distant future, at least on the PTU. It hasn't been content locked as far as I know yet, so that means they basically haven't 100% decided exactly what's in or out. But the devs and Chris Roberts and the various shows that CIFG have done have hinted at some of the things that are possibly coming in 2.5, or maybe a little bit afterwards. So the pirate base or outlaw spawn base, Grimhex, we now know its name, is possibly coming in 2.5. It's going to have very similar stuff to Port Olisar, but they're going to kind of split items across it. So you would find the pirate armor, for example, in Grimhex. You'd also find the energy weapons in Grimhex, but the ballistic weapons in Port Olisar. There's also going to be a lot more grungy pirate clothing available in the new patch with Grimhex. They've also hinted a lot about Star Marine based stuff. So I think this is more for FPS gameplay in 2.5 in general. I doubt we're going to get like a Star Marine game mode. That'd be amazing if we did. But there's going to be a lot of new gameplay in 2.5. Awesome changes to Korea. That's been confirmed by some devs. I'm not sure entirely what they mean. And that might be quite subjective, but we'll have to see. I am expecting quite an FPS heavy patch. New ships, we'll probably see the Reliant, probably flyable in fact, and maybe the hangar ready Caterpillar and or Herald. Also a bit of the wild card, which is the Dragonfly. We've seen it already being tested in the verse, so we might get that hangar ready or flyable too at the same time. That'd be cray. The other things that have been teased for possible 2.5, very unlikely but possible, the female character and the hair. I've seen so many cool things from Sandy's Facebook about cool little Star Citizen nuggets. I really want Sandy to get her own dedicated section on the RSI website, or her own like RSI Star Citizen social media, where she can just put her snaps and cool pictures. She finds literally some of the coolest stuff. But yeah, if I hadn't have been told about Sandy's Facebook having cool Star Citizen stuff on it, I would not know. But, yes, what else? There's obviously going to be more stuff that we'll learn about procedural planets. They've been talking about them loads recently. The same with the Idris. They've been working on the Idris loads. It might be a Squadron 42 kind of, let's not spoil it, but they've been talking about it so much recently that I'd expect that we might see some more Idrisy-based stuff in July. Also, Cargo. Cargo, to me, is sounding extremely close as a mechanic. I'm not sure if it will be in 2.5 or July in general, but we'll have to see. Hopefully it will be. The next concept ship, I think, will probably be the Polaris Corvette. I mean, that's certainly not confirmed. I just have that as a feeling. We know that the Polaris Corvette it's made by RSI. It's fitting into where the Idris originally was supposed to fit in. So the Idris was originally supposed to be a Corvette-sized ship, and it grew and grew into its giant frigate status that we have now. On a couple of other shows, they mentioned that it was chunky, but also kind of sleek. I know that's quite a broad spectrum. Ben mentioned on Batgirl's show as well that it's going to be probably more expensive than the Orion, but less than an Idris. Again, quite a broad stroke. And that I believe it's going to be the most expensive concept cell they're going to have for at least quite a while. Also, computers are becoming a lot cheaper in July. We've got the RX 400 AMD series of cards coming out, which promise to be awesome for people that want to do 1080 gaming. You're going to get these $200 cards, which are going to be incredibly powerful for that sort of stuff. Not really for 4K or 1440p unless you pair them up, double them up. But yeah, I think that's going to start to bring gaming much more mainstream and get games like Star Citizen into more people's hands. So I will be doing videos on how to make incredibly cheap PCs. Some of it secondhand. I will do some new ones as well, but they're all going to be guides so that you can do them yourself. It's not going to be sort of like, oh, I found a PC online for $10 and I've got this cheap gaming PC. This is how you source the components, this is why you source them, and this is how to replicate sourcing them. Nice and simple, bam, 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 so that my mother could literally build a PC. Maybe not my mum, but you see what I mean. And that's the sort of stuff like $300 kind of price range. Full computer, $300, excluding monitor and mouse and keyboard. But you get my meaning. There's also lots of exciting things happening for me in the next few weeks, some of which I can't talk about. I don't know what I can or can't talk about, so I won't say anything other than, ha! Now you've got to stay tuned. Thank you so much to my Patreons as well. I mean, genuinely, you allowed me to buy a new microphone because this one I'm using currently, my Blue Yeti, is dying. It's got really, really bad over the last couple of weeks. So I've grabbed myself an AT2035 microphone and a USB mixer. I'm new to all of that, but that's significantly better equipment. So now I'm almost professional. I'm the most professional. I've also got a GTX 1080 in my PC now, and that's pretty much all of my money gone into my rig now. So that will allow me to run Star Citizen in 4K and downscaling to 1080p for some extra shiny YouTubey video in this, and general some good gameplay. I really like DSRing Star Citizen because it makes the game look really good, and I can have quite a high refresh rate on my monitor still. Just looked over to my right as well and saw a giant pile of HOTAS and pedals that I need to review and start talking about and building guides for. So yeah, I'm going to start doing that in a minute. Have a little sleep and then do that. Thanks for listening, guys. If you fancy being a Patreon and seeing pictures and videos of my cats and having more of a direct influence of exactly what I do, because I feel guilty otherwise not listening to my Patreons, please check out the links in the description. And I'm also trying to get to Gamescom now. I know that's short notice, but I feel so much happier in myself now that I feel like I can travel again. So I want to go to that because that would be cool. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Anyway, guys, take care. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the verse.